All right, so you're thinking about moving to Grand Prairie, Texas? That's right, we're right here at the Uptown Theater in old downtown Grand Prairie, and in this video we're going to take you around Grand Prairie and show you one of Dallas's most affordable suburbs in the area. And you're going to want to stick around till the end because we'll even show you there's some really cool spots around here that I don't know if a lot of people know about. Kind of like the largest flea market in all of Texas, an indoor water park, and a couple of other cool spots like that. But we'll take you around through some neighborhoods, show you some different price points so you can see what may fit inside your budget, and we're going to get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything there is about eating, sleeping, working, playing, the good and the bad of living in Dallas, Texas, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Dallas. And my name is Levi, and you know, we get calls and emails every single day from people just like you and you and you and you looking to make a move to Dallas. We absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, just give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Happy to help you make a smooth move to Dallas. So as I mentioned, we are here in Grand Prairie, and we're in this great little gated neighborhood, really kind of towards the lake area, right off of I-20, and nestled right in between Dallas and Arlington. It's a cool little spot. So some fun facts about Grand Prairie. It has about 162,000 is the median home price. So this is one of Dallas's most affordable suburbs here. The median rent is around $1,100, so if you're looking to rent first, then you can find something well within your price range. And the median income is around $67,000 as well. So again, this is a great centrally located location to Dallas and Arlington and even Fort Worth and down south. There's going to be a lot of growth going down south from here. But Grand Prairie, there's a lot going on in Grand Prairie that I don't think a lot of people really associate with. They probably just tend to associate with Dallas, but you've got Lone Star Park, which if you like the horse races, then you can go check out Lone Star Park and place your bets over there. Traders Village, this is the largest flea market in all of Texas. And I tell you what, it's funny. I remember growing up as a kid when I got my first car, and I didn't get my first car till I was 18, all right? So we didn't have a lot of money growing up, and my parents decided to give me the hand-me-down car because they finally decided, we probably had the same car growing up my whole life, like this old 75 Nova or something like that. And they finally, and then they got this Ford Tempo, and for my graduation from high school, I didn't get a car at 16 like everybody else did. As you can see, I'm a little traumatized by that, but no, it was funny because just kind of growing up in a small town, and they decided to give me the Ford Tempo, but they got it painted, which was really nice of them because it had a terrible paint job on it. But I remember as soon as I got that, they gave me that car, the first thing I thought about is I got to go to Traders Village and get some rims, right? Because the Ford Tempo had some gold trim around the windows, and I thought, that's something I got to do. I got to go get some chrome rims for my Ford Tempo. It's going to look cool. I'm going to tint the windows, and I was super excited. And that's the thing, is that Traders Village, the largest flea market in Texas, on the weekends it's open up. I mean, it is massive, a lot of acres, I know, and you can go there and pretty much find whatever you want or need, and bargain with everybody. Also, get all the food you want, fried turkey legs, those big giant turkey legs, all that kind of stuff. But I was able to go to Traders Village, find the rims for my Ford Tempo, and get that hooked up on my car. So that's my little story about Traders Village. But there's a lot going on. They also have the Prairie Lights, which is it's like over 2 miles during Christmas time. They set up this whole drive-through park over 2 miles where you can drive through, and that's really cool as well. And also there's even a minor league baseball team here called the Airhogs. So that's something if you want to check out a game, you don't want to head over to Arlington for Texas Stadium, which is not too far from here if you decide to do that as well. And you saw earlier where we started at was the Uptown Theater. So the Uptown Theater, that's a little venue now for some shows and concerts, things like that. It was restored a few years back and kind of help bringing down downtown a little bit as well. And so that's something that you want to check out also whenever you're in downtown Grand Prairie. And then we're going to take you to here a little bit later on. We're going to stop by Epic Waters, which is an amazing indoor water park. It was just built within the last couple of years. It is humongous, but a great place that you can take your kids and your family and everything there to just really have a great time. Now, normally, whenever we bring you through the neighborhoods, we usually start out kind of at the low price point and go up. We're kind of going to go a little backwards today because we are in this neighborhood here. You can see very, very affordable homes. As we said, Grand Prairie is probably one of the most affordable suburbs in all of Dallas. And so I'm going to shift around behind me, and you'll see right here, this home right behind this one is a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, 4,400 square feet, and is it's under 500 actually. It's $499,000, and that puts the price per square foot at around like $115, which is unheard of. If you're coming from California or New York, have you ever heard of anything like $115 price per square foot? No. your average is probably $1,000 a square foot, but literally you can get this massive home on this cul-de-sac here in this gated community, and guess what? Listen, nothing. I mean, there is no sound around here at all. It's super quiet. There's kids. We just saw some kids riding by on their bikes, having a good old time. You saw the home behind me earlier. It's super green grass. Clearly they take care of their lawn. But again, this is a great example of a home you can build. This one was built 2004, so still it's less than 20 years old. So there's some really great features to that. But look at here in Grand Prairie, all these trees. Once springtime comes, this is going to be all filled in. So I would say this is going to be an energy efficient home too, because all that shade and all the trees is really going to block out everything you have there. But it's absolutely amazing. This is some of the best bargains you're going to find in all of Dallas-Fort Worth right here in Grand Prairie. And Grand Prairie stretches along all 3 counties. So it goes into Dallas County, Tarrant County, which is where Fort Worth and Arlington is, and even Ellis County down south. And of course, you got 2 lakes. You've got Joe Pool Lake and Mountain Creek Lake, some of the best hiking and lake life you can enjoy. I love like Mountain Creek Lake. You can go over there and go hiking. A lot of elevation. You kind of get it's very hilly down here in the southern part of Grand Prairie, which, as you know, my biggest complaints with with Dallas is how flat it is. But whenever you come down here down south a little bit to Grand Prairie, then you get a little bit more hills and elevation, especially around the parks. So the hiking is a little bit more challenging, or mountain biking. It's a lot of fun as well. So that pretty much kind of gives you an overview of like this neighborhood that we're in right here. But this is one of the better neighborhoods here in Grand Prairie, and you're getting a lot of home for around $500,000. So with that, let's go check out a price point around $330, so you can kind of see if 500 is a little bit above your price range. We can check out something in the $330 range, and then we're gonna finish up. We'll see if we can find something else in the area, and then also take you by Epic Waters. Maybe we can show you a little bit of that, and then we'll finish up with a little market recap. And if you stick around till the end, we'll take you on a little drive through the neighborhood, and you can just enjoy the outro part. All right, so let's go check out the next spot. All right, so we're here at our first stop here in Grand Prairie, and we're just back in this little neighborhood not too far off from the old downtown area where we started the video out at. But you'll see right behind me, this is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath. This is just at 2,500 square feet. So that puts the price per square foot right around $132 a square foot. So this is typically what you're going to find here in Grand Prairie. As I mentioned earlier, as this being one of Dallas's most affordable suburbs, that's from the fact that the median home price here is really $167,000, which you base that off of rest of Dallas, where Dallas is around $260. So that's almost $100,000 less than compared to Dallas as a whole. But this is what you're going to come across right here in the $300,000 range, and this home is listed at $330,000. You're going to find these older style ranch homes that have been renovated, and if they haven't been renovated, then they should be a little bit less, probably closer to $300,000 or $250,000. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're in that price range here in Grand Prairie. there's not a lot of new developed areas in Grand Prairie, because it's definitely kind of one of the older suburbs, and just not as, I would say, as popular or receives all the press that everything else is. Of course, everything's kind of moving north, but there's still some pretty good deals to be had here. But again, if you're just looking for a starter home or something to get into temporarily until you kind of get your grounding a little bit more here in Dallas, then $330,000 for a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath for 2,500 square feet, that's still not bad. And this home has been remodeled, so, and now also in that price range, just depends. Now, one thing about Grand Prairie, it is a well-established neighborhood, so of course you're gonna have a lot of tall trees in the area, old growth trees. So it's a little hilly over here, and that's the thing, is that, and you got access to a couple of lakes, right? So we kind of mentioned that too. That's a good thing, because we love the lake life here in Dallas. So this is pretty much what will get you around $300,000 range. So let's go check out the next price point. All right, so we stopped in here for a coffee, and just gonna give you a quick market report on Grand Prairie. That way you kind of get an idea of what the real estate market is like here. And just like anywhere else, speed is your friend. So if you're thinking about making a move to Dallas, most importantly is to get pre-qualified, get that letter in hand if you're not gonna be paying cash, but get that pre-qualification letter in hand, because if we see something you like, we're going to need to make an offer likely the same day. So, not to rush anybody, we're no pressure at all whatsoever. That's just the way the market is right now. Prices are still affordable, they're still decent. Homes are not getting priced out, but it's just speed is your friend. So just keep that in mind. And over the past 30 days, there's only 219 homes for sale in all of Grand Prairie, which that's pretty low, and that's a decrease of 4.1% just in the last 30 days. So again, that just shows you that inventory is still decreasing here. But when you look at 219 homes compared to the entire population, that's a very low number. The average days on market is 46 days. That is crazy. Even though most homes are not staying on the market for 46 days, to have an average that low is pretty significant. So something to keep in mind. And there's only been 11 price reductions in the last 30 days, and that's up 37%. So that's actually an improvement that there's been 11 price reductions. So that's somewhere that if we have trouble finding a deal or the home that you're looking for, that's sometimes a good place to start, is to look at where the price reductions are, because although that can present some issues sometimes with that home, there has to be a reason, right? But at the same time, it never hurts to look, and so we just want to just kind of go from there and explore all the options. But the average home sale price right now in Grand Prairie is just over $306,000, which that's, again, very, very affordable, especially for the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And again, as far as proximity, you're just right in the middle between Dallas and Arlington, and really Dallas and Fort Worth. So you're close proximity, only 20 minutes to downtown. Not that far. You're a straight shot up to the airport. Depending on where you live in Grand Prairie, you could be 5 minutes, you could be 10 minutes, or 15 minutes. So Grand Prairie is just a very long strip, all the way from southern Dallas all the way up to northern Dallas. So just really depends on where you're at. But yeah, the average price per square foot in Grand Prairie is $130. So again, very, very low price per square foot. And that, again, making it very affordable here. The most expensive property on the market in Grand Prairie is only $1.5 million. Now I say only $1.5 million, and that's because compared to Dallas or other areas, that is very low as compared to the most expensive listing. But still, there's quite a bit of land with that, some acreage. It's a pretty nice home, but if that's your price range and you want to kind of be on the outside of everything, then that could be a good option. But yeah, your average is going to be around 306, and there's just finding some good homes. We've seen some good homes in this area that are still on the market. So if you're open to that, then this could be a great option. But what I really like about Grand Prairie is you're right in the middle, depending on where you live, but you can be right in the middle. This area we're at, where we showed you the Epic water park, which is the whole entire indoor water park is amazing. But we're also right in between of Joel Pool Lake and Mountain Creek Lake. I kind of mentioned that earlier. And if you like lake life, you like hiking, you like biking, those are two great options for you to really have some outdoor activities to go boating, to go fishing, to swim if you want, if you like, and then also really some great hiking. Last summer, me and my friends went up there, did a 5-mile hike in Mountain Creek Park, and it's a lot of elevation. It was pretty tough, and I consider myself to be in mostly good shape. So but it was hot. It was hot that day, and even though we went at 11 a.m., we were out for a couple of hours, kind of the peak with the sun there around noon, and there's quite a bit of climbing. There's some good hills, but that's a lot of fun, and we had a great time. Just make sure you bring some water, stay hydrated. Probably bring some fruit. That probably will help you as well. So just something to keep in mind. But there's just so many things to do here in Grand Prairie. I feel like it's kind of, it's not talked about a lot, but there's a lot of new development going on around here. We're in this newer area right here where the Epic Water Park is. There's also Main Event, which you can do laser tag and video games and bowling and all that stuff. It's a huge Main Event right there. We've got lots of new buildings. You can see we stopped in a Starbucks today and to get the coffee for today. But hey, this is a new building. They've got new shopping and dining across the street, and they're probably going to be adding in some new construction here as well. So a lot of different options and opportunities here in Grand Prairie. It's a great spot, very affordable, and again, a really close proximity to everything you need. So again, if you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, just give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Be happy to help you make the smooth move here to Dallas. And by the way, or if you live in Grand Prairie now, or you used to live in Grand Prairie, comment below and let us know what you like about the area, or if there's anything we left out that you'd like to share with others. That way people that are watching this video can find extra value if you know some hidden spots or the things that you really like about it, because we are dealing with a lot of out-of-town buyers right now that are finding these videos and allowing us to help them make that move. So we couldn't be happier to do that. And also, if you stay tuned, right after this, we're gonna add on some additional footage of driving through the neighborhood, so you can kind of get a feel as if you're in the car riding along with us. And if you really found value in this video, the most important thing you can do, not just like and subscribe, but really check out another one of our videos. If you watch another video, that would be awesome. That really helps us out the most whenever you watch more than one video. But we've got so much, so you want to check out another area. We've got several vlog tours. We'll probably throw one up here and throw one up there, give you something to choose from. So until next time, we hope to see you around town, and make sure to watch another video.
You know,